This is the GIRIAITUS, G-R-I-A-I-T-U-S multi-tool knife, 17-in-1 multi-tool. So on the side here, on the box, it gives you some information. On the back, bottle opener, slotted screw crowbar, fire starting stick, whistle. Now it's not a serrated knife, it's a straight blade knife. Window breaker, rope cutter, pack inner hexagon head screwdriver bits, 6-pack screwdriver, portable case. And there it is in its case. I'm wearing my favourite camp gloves to show how the knife can be manipulated whilst wearing gloves. So this is the carry case with a nice wide belt loop. A tactical belt does fit through that. Okay, so a quick run through some of the functions, starting with the knife. It's a thumb push. It can be done one-handed. It does lock open. On the same side, with a thumbnail clip, is a saw blade. On the opposite side, there's a fold-out screwdriver. It's worth noting the saw blade also locks open. The screwdriver also locks open. Once you fold it out, you have access to the driver bits, 6 in total with a bearing on them. So when you put them into the head of the screwdriver, they don't come out, they stay put, which I think is very nice. Again, this locks, you have to press there. On the rear side, there is a glass break and a very handy hook, for which I personally will attach a hand lanyard to. On the screwdriver bits, there's 6 included, 1 hex head, 1 star, 2 Phillips and 2 flat heads, differing sizes. On the same side as the screwdriver on the multi-tool, can opener, bottle opener, again locks open. On the opposite side to the screwdriver, there's a very handy pull-out ferro rod and whistle. And 3 mixed head Allen keys that do need to be ungloved hands to take them out. Some are star, some are standard hex. I think the nice thing is that they go in and magnetically stick there, so they're not going to fall out easily. So the blade was sharp out of the box, but I did quickly sharpen it, nothing much. This is 6mm 550 paracord. This is 4mm 550 paracord. This is 6mm shock cord. This is a piece of dry birch from the garden. Blade can feather quite well. It's more than capable of doing that. The spine of the blade is about 2.5mm, which is quite good. There's also some jimping just on the top there for bearing down. And the blade release is there, push to the side, blade comes down. Then there's a thumbnail release saw that also locks into place. Quite sharp, more than capable of doing the job. And again, the saw blade locks, and you just push that aside to close it away. Now, the integrated ferrocerium rod and whistle, use the back of the saw blade to, if I use the back of the saw blade as a striker for the ferrocerium rod, now as I say, I use the back of the saw blade on the ferrocerium rod. I mean, it's throwing off good sparks. I don't think I'm going to light the chippings on my table, but the idea is there. From the striking I was just doing, as the edge, best to put some petroleum jelly or oil over that to protect it, to waterproof it, because it will rust otherwise. Ferrocerium rods always do. So for a bit of care, you just use some petroleum jelly or a thin oil just to waterproof them again once they've been used. So I just put this onto the table so I could demonstrate what I think is quite impressive screwdriver on this. I like the fact they've put bearings on the driver bits. It shows they've put some quality into it, I think. They stay in place really well. Now I did this up with a cordless drill, and I'm able to undo it quite easily. Now, as I prior mentioned, this lanyard was fitted by me just because I have an issue with one of my hands, so I drop things. So I think it's very good that they've included a sturdy clip point. I'll take that off. So the can opener, bottle opener are a good thickness. They feel very sturdy. again 2.5 at the spine, so a good thickness. They feel very, very strong. They lock open, everything locks open, which I think is a very nice touch. It's also got a decent amount of weight behind it. There's your glass breaker, and this has a good heft. I think a very sturdy, very useful, well equipped, well executed multi-tool. I'm thoroughly impressed.
Welcome to my review of this GIRIAITUS 17in1 multi-tool. So it comes in this durable, tough nylon pouch. Got a normal size belt clip there. That will fit most utility belts and normal belts. The fabric is tough and durable, and it's got good stitching. So that's a good start. Got a bit of Velcro there, good quality Velcro. And then inside you've got this. I've already had a look at this and I can tell you I'm very impressed with it on the whole. There's just one minor thing about this multi-tool, but by all means shouldn't discount it from your options. It's really good quality. It's just a slight oversight in the design of one of the features. So it's got this tough, don't know what this kind of plastic is, but it's real tough. That durable stuff, that's not going to be a problem. It's going to last a long, long time. So first things first is the knife, and that is found here. And you've got this thumb clip, so it is a one-handed opening. So inside there you've got a really good sized blade. Let me just get the tape measure, and we will measure the blade from tip to the end. So that is about 8.5 centimeters. There's no serration, but it is coated black with the logo there, and it does lock into place, so you won't be able to walk around the streets of Britain with this, unfortunately. The blade edge is on both sides, and it is very sharp. I just sliced my skin a little bit there, and if I show you that, right there, pretty good. Well, really good. So it comes out of the box, very sharp. You see that already? So that comes very sharp. It's quite a thick blade. It's not going to break. It doesn't feel like it's going to snap. Obviously with mistreatment it will, but I'm pretty impressed with that. And then you go. One-handed opening, one-handed closing. Nice, smooth operation. So that's the main thing out of the way. So what else have you got? You've got a saw in there somewhere, and that is found. Oh no, that's the bottom. There's the saw. And so there we go. A few seconds of sawing. Again, real thick, good quality. Really no flex at all. That would saw this, no problem. Nice teeth both sides. That locks into place too. And you close it. How do we close it? There. He says. I've probably broken it now. How do you close it? There's the knife. Oh, there. Right, and then you've got this pry bar thing at the end. What is it? Well, it's a bottle opener, window breaker kind of thing. And There we go. That's pretty hardcore. And then you've got this nice feature there with the screwdrivers. So got these to come out all right, and then slot in like that. They're not magnetic or anything though, but they're in there okay. Sliding in and out there, they're insecure enough that they're not going to get lost, they're not going to fall out. Oh, they do, but I mean obviously I was banging that quite hard. But most of the time it'd be the case anyway, so that's not a problem, in my opinion anyway. So that also locks. And then you've got the bottle opener, can opener. Again, tough, strong, solid, won't bend or flex. That locks in and can be put away like that. And you've got these little Allen keys. Got the mini ones there. Even down to this tiny little one. Ow. Which will go up your fingernail if you're not careful, thumbnail. So that's the tiny one. That slots back in. Again, they're nice and secure. That's the... Right, where are we? Oh yeah, so this is the problem part for me. You've got a nice ferro rod in there. This whistle, nice design, but it is not very loud. I'll blow it. It's just not very loud. So I don't know if they could design that a little bit better. So small, it's probably not even worth using in an emergency. So yeah, that's a shame. Right, let's have a look at this ferro rod. I wonder if it will work on the... Oh no, that's the... There we go. Nice. That works nicely. Probably shouldn't use the saw for that, I just didn't want to blunt the blade. Let's have another go with that. Where's the blade? There it no, it isn't. It's that one in that, yeah. Nice. Oh, yeah, if you're not careful, you get the plastic of the whistle. Oh well. Anyway, yeah, so that's that. So on the whole, really good. I'm very impressed with the build quality. Normally with the cheaper multi-tools, you get a poor build quality, cheap materials, but that is really solid construction, brilliant materials, really well designed. I love that it's one-handed opening. The only thing they need to improve is that whistle, and I'm sure they can, so watch this space, I'd imagine. Thanks for watching.
Alright, let's see what we got. Got a nylon sheath, Velcro closure, decent sized belt loop, seems pretty sturdy. Let's start with the coolest thing. The thing that attracted me to this was the screwdriver. I mean, that's pretty neat. And the bits are those micro bits. And they have a little snap ball on there to keep from falling out. Seems to want to hold in there. My only complaint about the screwdriver is off center. It's like a lot off center. So it kind of gets difficult to spin, you know. But, you know, this isn't a primary working tool. This is something you can carry around that has a screwdriver in it. Let's see, there's the fire starter. I haven't tried it out. Seems pretty small, but you don't really need a lot. If you have a lot of experience with these, you'll know that that's plenty. It's plastic, as well as the sides are plastic. Each of these keys is like an Allen key on one side and a Torx head on the other. It's the same deal. Each one has something different on the other side. They're quite small, but seem to hold in there well enough. I assume that's a glass breaker and the bottle opener on the end there. Let's go back around on the other side here. So on this side, you have a serrated like mini saw. Doesn't feel overly sharp. And then it's got the slide lock. That slide lock is really tough to get at. I don't think you're going to be doing this one one-handed. At least not me. If you got maybe you're a little more talented, this is a two-handed closure for me. The regular blade has the thumb assist, also slide lock. Blade doesn't look bad. It's got a decent grind to it. Let's give it the old paper test. It works. Sharpen up the cut paper out of the box. Not bad. Close that thing up. Let's see what else did we miss here. I'm going to show you the can opener already. Can opener, line cutter. Got a small flathead on top. Also slide lock. I guess the one disappointment is the plastic sides. Not sure how that'll hold up, but I suppose we'll see. Pretty reasonable for the price.
Voici le problème sur ce couteau. Je vais vous le faire voir tout de suite. Voilà. Cet objet-là, qui sert de sifflet et d'allume-feu, ne tient pas ici. Vous voyez, ça ne tient pas. Et on peut le perdre à n'importe quel moment. Je trouve ça dommage. Pour retrouver une pièce comme ça, à part recommander le même couteau, je vois pas.
Sacamos este, metemos aquí y ya no sé. Este sí sirve. Ahí está.